Welcome to the Press Records. This is the show broadcast from the Philippines. I'm Lynn Santo Tomas and I'll be your host for today. Please all welcome the producer and director of the FILLENNIALS Batch 2022. Good to see you guys! Thank you so much for being here on the Press Records with Lynn. Congrats guys! I know you work hard on this film. And a lot of people are watching right now. I think it would be helpful if you guys would introduce yourself to the world.
Hi everyone, my name is Samantha and I am director of the film titled FILLENNIALS Batch 2022. First of all, I just want to say thank you Miss Lynn and to all the staff for having us today. We are actually pretty excited since we are a fan of your show and also we are here to promote our incoming film. So we hope that everyone supports and watch our new upcoming film.
Let's all watch from their upcoming film. Here is the FILLENNIALS Batch 2022. was your inspiration making this film?
You know what, Lynn? What inspires us to make this film is due to the fact that Filipino millennials or FILLENNIALS is now a thing. So thinking that this might have a potential, we decided why not make this into film so that many people can relate and reflect what changes do younger generations have compared to what we know in the past. Just to give you a brief example or idea about what millennials is they are usually diverse and they are always have a different versions of themselves according to what circumstances or what they want to show in the world. They are not afraid of changes and adaptability is like a second nature to them. They can easily adapt to any environment they have. So they are also they also called the social they are also called or often described as social media dependent or the selfie generations. That's why I think the actors and the actresses who are portraying in the movie is very comfortable with us filming this because I think it's really relatable, knowing that this film is made for their age and their generations. I think that's why they are very comfortable making this film.
Alright, great! Thanks for the info, Direct Sam. Can you tell us what kinds of millennials we're going to see in the film?
You know what, Lynn? I don't want to spoil anything related to the film, but to the fans or to the viewers, I'll just give a brief introduction or brief spoil about what kind of millennials characters in the film. First is the spendthrift or also described as broke. We also have a character called the Me generation. I know every one of you are wondering what is Me generation, but later on we were going to show you what kind of character is that. We also have a good attitude millennial, which is the politically and socially engaged millennial. When it comes to entertainment, according to the Philippine Star article, millennials in the Philippines do not usually read newspapers but instead are usually seen spending time alone watching YouTube videos, which I'm also guilty about. There are also another set of description that best fits millennials, according to everyone. These are the upbeat, lazy, narcissistic, materialistic, self-expressive, fun-loving, and liberal. Though we are trying to debunk those beliefs in the film, but we must admit that some of the millennials are really like that kind of person, especially since social media are pretty common trend nowadays. Many younger generations, especially the kids, are able to adapt and imitate early what they see or what they watch in their technology, and through social media, the bandwagon effect that is continuously happening, and many younger generations are getting affected by it, regardless of what they believe. As long as everybody is doing it, they're gonna do it. That's how kids these days. And actually, we want to show you this film to realize how great the difference between the new generation and the old generations. Yeah.
Thank you, Direk. I'm 100% sure everyone is excited to watch your film. Can we also ask the producer, Ms. Benieras, what is this movie saying about our world?
Lynn, millennials have a big part in our world. To put it more simple for them, since they grew up not having to do manual, thanks to the technologies, the group is made up mostly of teens and 20-somethings. Each country's millennials are different. But because of the globalization, social media, and the exporting of cultures and speed of change, millennials worldwide are more similar to one another than to the older generation within their nation. They are the most threatening and at the same time exciting generations since social revolution brought to them. Not because they're trying to take over the establishment, but because they're growing up without one. The information revolution has further empowered individuals by handling them the technologies to compete against huge organizations like hackers versus corporation, vloggers versus newspaper, YouTube directors versus studios, app makers versus the entire industry. Millennial doesn't need us. That's why we're scared to them.
Thanks, Miss Bineras. Okay, last question for you. Do you have any message that you can give to our younger generation, especially to our millennials?
I have one thing in my mind, Lynn. This generation has witnessed technological growth and development. As a result, they were considered more progressive, creative, and far-thinking than earlier generations. We are so proud to have them today, in which they were identified as innovator in our society. And of course, you can know more about them in the film.
We love you guys. Thank you so much. Producer and director, right there, everybody. Let's all watch from their upcoming film. Here is the FILLENNIALS Batch 2022.